Hi everybody, I'm Paddy Hunter-Murphy, and this is the Senior Pickleball Tips Podcast, where we discuss everything pickleball as it relates to us seniors. Okay, today I'm absolutely delighted to introduce to you folk Joan Ploem Miller. And she comes from Hillsborough in Oregon, but has roots in the Netherlands. So very much an international person, which is great. And she's an optometrist, and she's the former president of the Oregon Board of Optometry. She's an International Judo Federation referee, so she's incredibly active. And she's a pickleball addict. Is that right, Joan?
I think so. It's become that way. It starts as just a game here and there, and then it just grows.
So how did you start?
Originally, I think it was about 1994 when a friend of mine taught physical education at the local community college, Portland Community College. And she had basically some tape on a volleyball court and set up a net, and she wanted someone to play with because she was going to be teaching it.
Okay.
And she knew I was pretty athletic and said, "Hey, can you come?" So I played a couple times with her against some people who had played before, and
right.
We did well. We had fun, but I didn't play it again for a long time. But then I went to Palm Springs with some friends, and it's a pretty big deal in Palm Springs. It seems like everybody's playing.
That's right.
And it is a crazy place. And I just happened to be there at the time of the national championships, where they had 49 courts, a center court with great big rising bleachers and
Wow.
48 regular courts. And I think, the bug kind of got me there. But I remember looking at all these booths with paddles, and I thought, well, why do you need different paddles? Why would you spend, $250 on a paddle? And now I understand, and I do like good equipment, and it makes a difference. But it's just so much fun. I play almost all Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings with a group, and it's weather dependent because Oregon does rain, so we're kind of going into the bad season. But I do have access to a community center and a place that has pickleball only.
So I think it's safe to say that you're addicted, Joan. I think it's safe to say.
I am. So I probably play 8 to 10 hours a week.
Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. So interestingly, a lot of people I speak to, that they've come to pickleball from a racket sport, but you've not really done that. Did you play any kind of racket sport before, or table tennis or anything?
I played everything that I could do. I mean,
Right.
Basically, when I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of women's sports, so any sport that I could play, I played. And in school, that was track and field. We did 1 year field hockey, which we had no clue what we were doing, but we had fun. And then basketball. And those were the only sports where we could get coaches. And back then, the boys had coaches, but the girls, we only got coaches if someone volunteered.
Yeah.
The boys' coaches got paid. We also got kicked out of the girls' gym.
Oh.
Even though Title IX, which in the United States requires that we are treated equally, but we'd get kicked out of the girls' gym anytime the boys wanted to practice.
Yeah, I would hope it's a lot better now.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
And so in the spring, when tennis season was, I was running track. So I didn't play a lot of tennis. I didn't love tennis. I could play it okay, but the serves really were not, unless you spend a lot of time doing it, it takes a little bit more skill.
I think this is a big factor of the popularity of pickleball, because I come from a tennis background, sort of 55 years of tennis. I'm 66 now. And that serve is excuse the pun, it's a pickle, that serve, isn't it? I mean, it's a nightmare. You've got to play a year serving before you can
I was too busy. I was doing judo 6 days a week. So I started judo at 13, and I have been doing that for now, I don't know, almost 70. So more than 55 years, 56 years. So I was doing that in an obsessive manner, 6 days a week, really, really trying to get to a super high level, and was indeed undefeated when my knee got destroyed by someone.
Oh, what a shame.
And so, it's still a problem. I don't have cartilage in my right knee. I don't have an ACL in my right knee. I wear a brace, and I really play funny because if I'm going for something to the right, I have to kind of hop to slow down because my right leg won't stop. So I know it'll twist. Oh, people think I'm hurt, but I'm not. And when I started, I think when you start and you're an aggressive player sort of person, you do fall.
Yeah.
And it was no big deal because I had 55 years of falling training. So
of course you did.
Yes. You just roll and you're up, and everybody else is upset and worried, but you're fine.
Yeah.
Tuck and roll and you're back on your feet, and everybody's upset. And they're going, are you okay? And it's like, yeah, fine, let's go.
Wow, that's amazing. So I think you're a little bit like me, Joan. You're pretty competitive. You like to win.
I like
to get better.
But I like to get better. I like to win, but I'm not a fanatic about it.
I think we're the same. Exactly.
I'm going to have good games. I'm going to have bad games. I play with a partner who is 79 and he can hardly move. And I tell you, we do pretty good.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because people kind of assess him and they go, well, he can hardly walk. And he hits everything back. We call him the wall. So he'll just guide you over one way and you say, oh, good, I got it. And now he's hitting it behind your back. He knows how to handle that ball. And together we just have a whole lot of fun. And I knew he was a patient of mine. I've known him for 40 years.
Wow.
And I knew that he played. And when I came back from Palm Springs and kind of wanted to get to playing, I talked to him and he introduced me to different people and we started playing, and he's been coaching me. And now it's like a year and a half later, and we make a great team. And we know how to each other moves. But I've helped him with his legs because his doctor was thinking he needed back surgery.
Oh,
and
really?
I'm an expert at injuries because I've hurt so much of my body.
Yeah.
And people take a little bit of Tylenol, a little acetaminophen, a little bit of Advil, ibuprofen. But what you really need to do if you've got inflammation, which he has inflammation that causes numbing down his legs, you have to have a good anti-inflammatory. And I got him to talk to his back doctor about getting a 24-hour release anti-inflammatory. And he ended up saying, gosh, you don't need back surgery. I was afraid if he had back surgery at 79, he'd never come back again.
And you'd lose your partner.
But he would have been, he's a little overweight and, and the inactivity of recovering from the back surgery, it just wasn't going to be good.
Oh, good for you.
And so now we have to play different because all of a sudden he gets to things that he didn't used to get to.
Oh,
so we had to adapt a little bit.
You play in competitions. I've seen a photo somewhere in the Senior Pickleball Tips Facebook group of you with medals around your necks.
Well, yeah, it was. That was my first tournament that I posted that, and I actually had a female partner who, she and I played, and we didn't play well. I mean, we played as well as we could, but there were I really felt like people were playing down, like 4 or 5 players were playing in a 3-5 tournament. And in fact, one of them was someone I knew from high school. We were great friends. Okay. And I said, what are you doing in a 3-5? She goes, oh, I'm actually lower than that. Well, the next tournament, she won this tournament, and she won the 4-5 tournament the next week. So, I mean, a lot of people play down. So anyway, my first experience was losing 6 games in a row. Bang, 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 bang. We're just getting killed. Then I played with Bob, and my goal was to win one. Yeah, we won the first one, 15-5. We won the second one, 15-2. I think we won 15. Well, nobody scored more than 5 points on us.
That's
and
really interesting.
We had a blast. And I think people assessed him and thought they'll aim it more at him because people do that in tournaments. They go, "Who's the weak partner?" and they hit everything at that person. I don't know. It's also we had played a lot more together, and my other partner was not as skilled and didn't have a good day. So
it happens. Yeah, but I mean, the main thing is get out there, have fun, be active, and if you win something, it's a bonus, I guess.
Yeah, the goal is to have fun, and I really think pickleball is pretty unique at that because Your games are relatively short. If you're like we have 2 courts and we have somewhere between 8 and 12 people usually. So people who want to take a break can take a break. People who want to play most of the time usually can. But you meet a lot of different people because our group, you start, maybe Bob and I start because we really like playing together, but then we mix it up and you try to play with someone you have play against people you haven't played against today and with people you haven't played with today. And you just, you meet people, you have a whole bunch of fun. And, tennis, you're with one person for a long time.
This is a big factor, something that's sort of coming out from me speaking to lots of pickleball people. And bearing in mind, I only started playing pickleball just over a year ago, in November 2023. It is the access to pickleball, both in terms of geography, but both in terms, technique and everything. And it's so easy and it's so social, which is super, really.
It is. And in fact, our group, once a month, we get together for lunch after we've played 2 hours, and then we get together for lunch and we celebrate all the birthdays of that month. And when someone's had a health problem, we kind of, we're a social group that plays pickleball. It's really become
super.
that.
Yeah, absolutely super. Now, Joan, I'm gonna bring you onto put your professional cap on now.
Okay.
You're an optometrist, a very well-known and highly regarded one, especially in your state of Oregon, and in the Netherlands as well. So obviously, eye health, eye protection is seriously important in pickleball. So what can happen to you, to me as a pickleball player?
Well, the real thing that's the biggest danger is an eye injury, and the pickleball isn't going that fast compared to, say, I used to play racquetball and handball, and those balls were actually much more dangerous. But I think people think that pickleball isn't dangerous, and probably the biggest concern is someone hitting you with the edge of a paddle. So you can say, sometimes people want just a clear frame, no lenses, they won't fog up. The edge of a paddle gets through the opening of any kind of a frame, and you're in trouble. And it's pretty rare, but I've been playing a year and a half now, and I have seen serious injuries, and
really?
Most of them are just kind of close calls, and some of them are crazy. My neighbor has been hit on the top of his head twice. He had staples in his head. And I joke, I laugh, and accuse him of maybe being on the wrong side, that he keeps on getting hit by his partners. But it happens.
I'm sure you've seen on the Senior Pickleball Tips Facebook group, every now and again, you see a bit of a horrendous photo of someone, and they've had to stop play for 2-3 months sometimes. And
in a worst case scenario, they can't play again because they have loss of vision in one eye, and then they have poor depth perception. And if you never had depth perception, you can actually kind of manage. I know a one-eyed patient who does pretty well, but if you have depended on depth perception all your life and you lose depth perception, it's not going to be as much fun. And the thing of it is I would say maybe the official policy of an eye doctor might be you have to have a dedicated pair of glasses for pickleball. I don't, and I don't think you do. So I think you should not have a metal frame, because a metal frame can break, and the edge of that thin, especially thin metals, it can puncture an eye. And there have been situations where someone's had an eye punctured that's caused a cataract, that's needed immediate surgery. That would be like a worst case scenario. But I have a high quality regular frame that is made out of a material that's very break resistant. And I have a lens that's called Trivex, and that Trivex can, you can take a nail and try to drive it through.
Really?
I did that years ago. It took 37 hits for it to puncture.
Wow.
It can take a 22 bullet, and it'll damage the lens, but it won't go through. So that's a regular lens, regular thickness, in a regular good plastic frame. that is, the frame I wear for everything. I do have a special pair for pickleball because I prefer to have a single vision lens rather than having a multifocal that has different powers in the bottom, because I don't need to read while I'm playing pickleball.
Yeah, so. And that's actually a question for you, a personal question from me, because I'm short-sighted. I'm long-sighted, which means I need reading glasses. That's correct, isn't it?
Right. Yes.
And I'm a little bit short-sighted. So because I'm about to sort of do this, I'm about to get some eye protection and get I suppose it's worth getting prescription lenses, but for to improve my long sight. I don't need to improve my short sight, do I?
Exactly. And most people can have a lens that's for distance, which is great for driving. It's great for golf. You should never try to hit a golf ball with progressive or any kind of a bifocal, because your head position gets to be totally wrong. Yeah. And that blocks your swing. But you can have a lens that's good for pickleball and hiking and driving. And interestingly, though, I thought getting a changing color lens would be great. And I got the Transitions Extra Active, which gets really dark. Well, I'm wearing a hat most of the time when I'm playing pickleball. And then the edges, the corners, the inferior temporal corners of my glasses were really dark. And then that would bother me as I moved my head. It feels there's a shadow off to the side. So I've now decided that single vision sunglasses for bright days is best for me, and a single vision clear or lightly tinted lens for nighttime or indoors works. And they don't have to be really expensive. They have, you can, and in fact, most places, you'll get a great deal if you buy two pairs. When you think about it, your vision is just too important to risk. You don't want to have an injury, even if you recover totally and you have just short-term pain or bruising. But when it comes right down to it, we spend money on shoes, we spend money on paddles, braces, all kinds of things that we need to be protecting our eyes.
Yeah, I mean, this is one thing that I'm just about to go into. I mean, I do wear a pair of sunglasses when I play outdoors, but here in the UK where I am, a lot of our play is indoors in sort of large leisure centres, on basketball courts and that. So I don't wear sunglasses in there, so I need to get a pair. So that I am in that space now. So I will be getting a pair quite soon. I'll probably be looking at those, the longer vision glasses. Yeah. The other thing I heard as well, that a lot of eye injuries, as you say, you get hit by your partner's paddle, but also a lot of injuries isn't so much, although it still is, where the ball goes straight into your eye. It's more the ball gets deflected from your paddle or your opponent's paddle or even the top of the net, and then goes in your eye. I've heard that quite a bit. Is that something that we need to all be aware of?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that becomes an unpredictable type of thing where, we all want to hit in the nice sweet spot, but it happens. And so that's why you can't say, well, I've got great reactions. Well, you got great reactions 99.9% of the time, but then, that 0.01. Yeah. 0.1.
Yeah. Well, it's really good to hear from you that, as pickleball players, we don't need dead expensive, fancy eye protection. It's just a matter of getting some eye protection, but you're particularly not that keen on getting, people taking the lenses out of a frame and then just wearing the frame, especially if they're metal. That's a big message coming across, I think, Joan. Yep.
It's do it right, protect yourself, and then you won't be sorry.
Yeah. Okay. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for that. And your professional insight and pickleball insight has been fabulous. So anyway, we're just sort of coming towards the end. I just wanted to ask you about senior pickleball tips. I know you've been a member for a little while, and what do you think of it? And do you find it helpful? Is it the community thing you love? Do you actually, you get tips from it? What benefit do you get from senior pickleball tips?
It's an extension of that community feel that you have, and I haven't been on it a lot, but I've found good things, and you see other people that you have things in common with, and it's a place where you can ask a question or make a comment or maybe vent.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, it's moving forward and getting bigger and bigger, which is fabulous. And thank you so much, Joan. It's been an absolute privilege to be speaking to you. And when I read your posts and that on the Senior Pickleball Tips Facebook group, I really felt this is a woman I need to speak to. So now that we're starting these podcasts, I think it's a natural place. So thank you so much. I've really enjoyed talking to you, and thanks for your help. I know, if one eye is saved from this interview, then that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, you take care. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. And if ever I get to Oregon, I'm gonna, let's play some pickleball.
Or we can meet in the Netherlands, where it's so windy that you can hardly play.
Absolutely. It's like that here in the UK. All right, Joan, listen, you take care. Great to speak to you, and we'll catch up again soon. All right.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Okay, bye for now. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Senior Pickleball Tips podcast, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Now remember, we've got the Facebook group, we've got the seniorpickleballtips.com website, so please head on there if you want to be more involved. It would be great to see you. Okay, my Senior Pickleball Tips friends, paddle up, stay safe, and most importantly, have fun. Don't want to miss an episode? Please subscribe to Senior Pickleball Tips podcast on iTunes, Apple, and also on Spotify. And please leave a rating and review. All right, guys, listen, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.